Hello, welcome back to our channel. I'm Millie.
And I'm James.
And as you know, there's no Championship football this weekend due to the international break. So we thought we'd take this opportunity to share our long overdue thoughts on the Championship away kits this season.
We'll be structuring it the same way as our last home kits video, where we have jointly selected our top 5 favourites and bottom 5 least favourites.
Before we start, we just wanted to say thank you to all of those who have subscribed to the channel so far, and to those of you liking the videos and joining in the conversation. It's been great hearing from you.
Anyway, enough of that soppy stuff. Let's get to it. So we're going to start with our bottom 5 Championship kits. In this list, number 1 is the worst, and number 5 is, well, the least worst. Remember, it's all a bit of fun, so no crying in the comments. Let's go.
In 5th place, we have Watford's away kit.
Before we start, we just want to say that there's only really 1 or 2 kits that we really don't like. So these first few, in our opinion, are just some of our least favourites rather than us hating them. Now for me, this was between either Preston or Watford, and I'm afraid I chose Watford. Although this isn't the worst kit out there, I would have liked maybe a more retro style kit, maybe even going down their white 82, 83 shirt when they were in Division 1, and I believe they were runners up that season. They could have drawn the older generation of Watford fans in, I think, but that's just an opinion. Overall, as we said, not the worst, but could have done something better. This shirt retails at £60 from the club shop, which I think is on the steep side for the quality of it.
Yeah, I think the shirt had a lot of potential. I like the subtle pattern that you see in the picture, but my problem is the main 2 features of the shirt. The first being the red and yellow strip that goes down it. I think the top part, it ends in a weird place, and it would have been better if it came all the way up, I think. And the second thing is the sponsor, which I think clashes with the subtleness of the pattern on the shirt. It's far too big and overpowers everything. Like you said, it's not a horrendous kit, but definitely one of my least favourites of the 24. In 4th place, we've chosen Millwall.
Straight up, going to say I'm not a fan of this. I think this would have been better as either a training kit or a third kit. Millwall's actual third kit is grey with slight hints of light blue and has a historic background to it. I think that if the badge wasn't green and black, along with everything else, and it was just a normal colour, it would allow it to stick out more and it probably wouldn't have looked so bad. But for 50 quid, I think it's about right for the price these days.
At first glance, I actually quite liked the look of this kit, but when I looked closely at it, I wasn't very impressed. Initially, I liked the green, and I know that this shirt has split the opinions of Millwall fans because of the colour, but then I noticed that you can't really see the badge because they've made it this darker green, as you said. And then when I look at the pattern in the background and looked up what it was meant to be, it's MW for Millwall, but Millwall is one word, so the W in this pattern is kind of annoying to me. And my last criticism for this kit is the bright green in the sponsor, which I think just cheapens the base colour of the shirt. Our third least favourite kit in the league this season is Sheffield United.
Again, not a fan of this kit. Not sure about the pattern colour combo. Sheffield United were in our top 5 with their home kit. They definitely would have been in our top 5 away kits if their third kit was actually their away kit. If you haven't seen it, look it up. It's a thing of beauty. Overall, if I was a United fan, I'd give this one a miss, and for 55 quid, I'd be putting my pennies towards either the home or the third kit.
Again, I don't hate it. I don't have any issues with the main colours on the shirt, personally. I just think it could have been a lot nicer than this. The fine line pattern with the green starts to give me a migraine if I look at it too long. There's also this purple outline that I couldn't even see at first. Maybe I need my eyes testing, I don't know. But I don't think the purple adds anything important to this kit, which in my opinion looks more like a training kit than an away kit. In 2nd place, we have Derby County.
Nah, the less time it's on the screen, the better for me. Maybe Derby fans like it, but it's definitely one I'd avoid personally. Maybe it's designed to give the opposing team players like the ick or something. And for 60 quid, I'd rather put my money in the bin, no disrespect intended.
Yeah, now we're in the region of actually don't like kits. I'll start with a positive. I actually like the mint green. What I don't like about this shirt is everything else. Starting with the secondary colour of brown, which features on the collar and the sleeve. It's giving mint choc chip, but not in a good way. I understand this is a nod to Derby's original kit, but sentiment isn't really a factor in our opinions on the shirts. We're kind of judging it based on what they look like. Secondly, the black or the dark blue pattern on this shirt, which I can only really describe as wavy dashes that fade out on either side. I don't know, I haven't been able to find the meaning of the pattern or what it's meant to represent. Either way, I don't think it looks good. Next is the collar, which is one of those types of collars that I don't really like anyway. But the fact that they've gone for brown and yellow for the colours, I think the only place you should be seeing these two colours together is in the toilet. And lastly, you can't really see in the picture, but on the sleeve of this shirt, there's a dark blue sponsor. And on the back is like a sky blue coloured sponsor. And I think that clashes with absolutely everything else on this kit. Other than that,
Nothing.
And in first place, I don't think many will be surprised to find Cardiff City.
100% deserves to be number one worst championship kit in my opinion. It gives me mossy chessboard vibes or something like that. If it stayed grey, I think it would have looked good. I like the collar, looks smart, but everything else is a big no for me. And this one retails at £58, so it's not the most expensive, but I'd rather buy the third kit.
Yeah, moss on a dirty pavement or an old picnic blanket that needs a good wash. Those were my first thoughts when I looked at Cardiff's away shirt this season. And to be honest, I still think that. It hasn't grown on me in the slightest. It's disappointing because Cardiff's home kit is actually really nice and only just missed out on a top 5 spot. But this is 100% the worst away kit in the league this season, in my opinion. And for me, it's all in the colours on the shirt. The grey and the green just don't go well together. And it ruins what could have been a nice top. Firstly, it's got a classic collar, like you said. And that's quite rare in football kits these days. Because they're all exploring different designs and a lot of them look awful in my opinion. But you can't go wrong with a classic collar. Except in this case. And I even like the black and white effect on the badge. I think that looks nice. But the rest of it is just straight up horrible. Sorry.
So that's our least favourite kits out of the way. It's time to have a look at our top 5 in the league. Starting with 5th place, we have Middlesbrough.
This is a really nice, solid kit. The colours are absolutely lovely. A bit Coventry though. I love the detailing in the stripes. If you look closely, it's the line from the badge's tail that they've used as the pattern going down the stripe. The sponsors, the badge, the kit make, the trim and the outline of the stripes are all in perfect harmony with each other and consistent. None of these random colours that we've seen in other kits that don't go well with each other and takes away from the original shirt design. Overall, I think they've done an amazing job with this kit.
Yeah, I can only echo what you said. It's a lovely away kit. The colours go well. The nice small details on the shirt make it a good one. I'll 100% buy this shirt if I was a Borough fan. And also, if it wasn't sold out. I did have a look on the website. For 55 quid, absolute bargain. And at number 4, we have Sunderland.
Not Sunderland in our top 5 again. If you watched our home kit video, we had Sunderland sitting pretty at number 1. The same as their current league position as it happens. But this one hasn't quite made it to the top spot. That doesn't mean we don't love it though. Firstly, we've got to talk about that badge. Old school and embroidered, which is another thing that's very uncommon in today's football kits. But how nice does that look? Secondly, that sleeve design just screams retro again, doesn't it? Really unusual design, but I like it a lot. My only criticism of the sleeve though, I don't think it translates very well onto the long sleeve version of the top. I think it just looks a little bit too over the top. Thirdly, the sponsor doesn't overpower or take anything away from the kit design. Very nice overall, just not too keen on that long sleeve version.
Definitely a thing of beauty in my opinion. I'm a sucker for an old school badge and this one does it for me. Even the pattern on the sleeves in my opinion go. I even like the long sleeve version personally. Overall, deserves its spot in the top 5 and for 60 quid, I'd buy that. In the bronze position, coming in at number 3, it's Queen's Park Rangers.
Now this is a classy looking kit in my opinion. A far cry from their home kit, which is just another QPR kit and even landing in our bottom 5 home shirts. I have to admit, I am a sucker for black and gold when it's done nicely, and this one really does do it nicely. I can even look past the dodgy modern day collar on this shirt because they've utilised the colours so well that I didn't even really notice it on this kit. They've got the subtle background pattern going across the shoulders and onto the sleeve as well, which is another feature that I really love on football kits. The consistent gold across the kit featured on the badge, the sponsors, it just finishes it off beautifully. No clashes, just class.
Yeah, the black and gold really does go well. And I love the green, gold and red pattern on the sleeves and the collar. It gives it that extra level. If it was my own review, I probably would have placed it higher. But third, out of 24 teams, is still fantastic. For $55.95, you can't go wrong, and I think QPR fans will be happy to pay that price. In second, the silver medal goes to Hull City.
Lovely again, complete opposite to their home shirt, which for me, again, is just like any regular Hull home shirt. There are a lot of things to love about this kit, starting with the collar. As I said before, you can't go wrong with a classic collar. I just think it looks so much better. The pinstripe black and amber just enhances it for me. I also really like the pattern on the sleeves. I don't know what I would call that pattern, but whatever it is, it's really nice, and the contrast to the white top really works. I'd never heard of Corendon Airlines, but I think their logo looks great on this kit too, along with the badge and the Amini logo, which incidentally also features down the sleeve, giving it that retro feel. In general, it's just very pleasing on the eyes, and if I was a Hull fan, I would 100% be buying this shirt.
I'll probably call that pattern like a tiger camo print maybe. But yeah, I couldn't agree with you more with this kit. Very smart, and with a hint of layeriness on the sleeves, which doesn't overpower the simplicity of the shirt. Definitely deserves top 5 status, and for 55 quid, I'll be more than happy with that. And our favourite kit in the Championship, number 1, you have probably guessed it, it is Leeds United.
Sometimes less is more, and in this kit's case, it certainly is. The Leeds kit does not include all the fancy designs and multicolour elements like a lot of the other Championship away shirts do, but the Leeds fans will be glad to see the classic colours on this shirt without the controversial red that the Red Bull logo added to their home shirt. Instead, they've opted for an all-blue version of the logo, which many will argue they should have done for the home shirt too. The Adidas logo and the stripes keep the harmony on this shirt, along with the old badge, which gives this shirt a classic feel. And of course, a classic collar to round off a very nice classic kit. Did I say the word classic enough there?
Not enough.
Very classic.
Well, if I was a Leeds supporter, I'd be buying the whole family this shirt. It is truly a thing of beauty. Every detail is perfect, and as mentioned before, the old school badge, which will please many fans of a certain age, gives it a sense of nostalgia. Bringing them back to maybe the good times with Don Revie as manager in the old Division 1, 10 out of 10 for me, and £65, a bit on the higher side, but well worth it.
So that concludes our top 5 and bottom 5 Championship away kits for the 24-25 season. Remember, these are our opinions, and unlike score predictions, cannot be wrong. However, we'd still love to know what you think. Is there a kit that we haven't mentioned that you love or hate? Or are there any featured in the video that you absolutely, categorically disagree with? Let us know in the comments below.
Before you go, please give us a like. And if you're new around here and enjoyed what you saw, why don't you hit that subscribe button just there, please? We would really, really appreciate it. We'll be back next week for our regular EFL predictions, so stay tuned. Until then,
See ya.
bye.